Hello, everyone, and welcome to CitSciIndia 2021. We are so pleased to have you here at this conference, and we welcome all of you who joined us again from our first conference last year. Thank you so much for coming. We again are having this conference online as we did last year. And so today I'm going to introduce you to the interactive platform we're going to use to be able to speak to each other and communicate, and that's called Slack. So just like last year, the major goal of this conference is to stimulate conversations and interactions about citizen science across India and actually across the world. So we really want you to communicate as much as possible with us, with each other, ask questions to the speakers, ask questions about the posters, and raise issues that are of interest and importance to you. We are very much interested in what you have to say, and my job today is to try to help you make that process as easy as possible. So let's get going. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to first log in through my browser. So I'm sure that many of you have already done this because you obviously are seeing this video through Slack, but in case you received this video externally, I'm going to show you just how to sign in. So I have a Gmail account that I was invited to the channel on, so I'm going to sign in through Google. And once I've signed in, it's going to ask me which of the workspaces I want to enter. I actually use many workspaces, as you can see, but I want to enter this one. CitSciIndia 2021 is, of course, the channel that we are using today. And here we go. It's opening up. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with it, this is what the Slack platform looks like. And the first thing that I actually want you to do is to try and change your profile. Okay, so here we see on the left, we see where it says CitSciIndia 2021. And if you go to the upper right-hand corner, you will see, well, I see myself because I have already adjusted my profile, but you may just see an avatar there. And the first thing that you want to do is edit your profile. So if you click on that, you'll get a drop-down menu and it will say edit profile. And you click on that. You can add your name. You can add the kind of name you want to display, maybe just your first name or a nickname. What you do, I'm an associate professor, so I added that. You can add phone numbers, time zone. You can upload a picture of yourself, whatever you want to do. The more information you provide here, the easier it is to have people get to know you and be able to contact you afterwards as well. And once you're ready with all of that information, you can save the changes. Now, the first thing that you probably will go to, if you haven't already navigated to it, is this channel on the left. Now, there's several channels. Slack is organized according to channels, and each one of these channels gives specific information about a particular day or a particular topic. So in the middle here, we see this channel, Guide to Slack. So I'm going to click on that. And it's going to take me inside this channel. And you see that there is already this quick tips on how to interact to Slack. And how to get that is you just double click on it. And then on the browser for me, it will actually open up in a new page. And you'll see we here have a whole number of really, really useful tips to help you interact with Slack. I'll go over some of these also today, but in case you forget what I say in this video, it's here for you. Okay, I'm going to navigate back. I'm going to take you to the very first place that you should go, which is to introduce yourself. So here, down here, you see an introductions channel, and I want you to click on that. And in there, you can introduce yourself. This was a very, very fun channel last year. We had a lot of interactions on it, and it's a really great way of finding out who's at the conference, where they're coming from, what they do, and getting to learn about all the different citizen scientists across this country and across the world. So you can just say hello. So in order to communicate on Slack, you'll see a message bar down at the bottom, and you can just introduce yourself. Hello, my name is Shannon. I am an associate professor at NCBS in Bangalore. And I just enter that. And now I've introduced myself. So after you have done that, The next channel you absolutely should visit first, and you can visit this every single day, is the announcements channel. The announcements channel is a very important channel because every single day, this will be where our coordinators and our organizers will provide important announcements about upcoming sessions, how to find them, where things are happening. And we already see here, we have already an announcement, introduction to the conference and Slack platform. So let's say you see this and you say, oh, that's interesting, I want to check that out. So what you can do is you can click directly on that where, which is actually a link, and it will take you to that channel. Now this is day one. So here you see, hi everyone, in this case it's me as moderating this session, do post your questions below, please use the name of the speaker and add to direct questions. And here it gives the talk, and you will be able to live stream the talk through YouTube here. So when you want to watch the talk, it will be happening live, and you can just click on this and it will play directly in the channel itself. So you can see it's loading here and it's starting to show. Now this is a talk that we had from last year by Naveen. Of course, you will see different talks here as they come up. And you want to ask a question to the speaker during the talk. What you can do is you can see here that the coordinator has said, please post your questions here. And it says one reply. Because let's say you want to ask a particular question like, why did you choose this study site? Well, of course you can write, why did you choose this study site? But of course, it's not clear who you're asking. It should be the speaker, but to always make this process a bit more specific, it's always good to specifically tag the person. Now I can't tag Naveen here, so I'm just gonna tag the coordinator, and you can use the @ sign and then you type in that person's name, okay? And I can post that and I can ask that. So that's how you ask a question. We do ask that you always post within this thing called a thread, rather than just randomly sending messages on the channel. This actually will keep everything very well organized and allow the moderators and the speakers and the organizers to coordinate your questions and be able to ask them during the sessions efficiently. We also want to direct you to another channel that's very important, and it's called the lounge. So you can consider it kind of like a tea break, okay? So this is where we would be virtually having tea together and where you can just talk about anything. So I asked, what do you think is the most important need to increase the number of citizen science projects in India right now? It's a very general question, but it's actually a question I'm also really interested in because it's one of the things we want to happen. So I can ask that question and then people can answer me. And if they want to answer me, let's say if you see a question here and you want to answer that in the thread, you can click on the question itself. And you can go over here, there's a little pop-up number of icons, and you can say reply in thread. The reply in thread is how you reply to that specific question. Like I said, this is the best way to communicate because it ties everything to that particular question and the responses don't get lost in the mix. When I selected my question here, you'll see this pop-up also has a number of things, and you can also add emojis. For example, if you really like a question, you can maybe add a heart. You can say, I love this question. You can add other emoticons as well. You can, for example, to a talk, you can use clapping hands so you can respond to it. This is a great way of also reacting without actually having to type something. So you can also wave hands when you introduce people. So back over here, you can see my introductions channel. You can see that I have a hand wave already. The coordinator waved her hand at me, Akshata, and you can see that's how she did it, was by adding one of these emoticons. And I can give a thumbs up, for example. Two last things I would like to let you know about is one, how to find out if there's anything new to see in the channels. You will see that they become bold. So any of these channels, when they're bold, that indicates that there's something new that you need to see. The other thing I want to let you know is how to directly message someone, how to DM someone. You can see here on the left, it says direct messages, and there's a number of people already there. It's all of us coordinators and organizers. If you want to direct message somebody, you can either click on their name directly like this, or you can actually search for their name in the plus sign, okay? And then you can search, say, for the coordinator, right? And then you can actually open a chat with them and send direct messages. If you're asking questions to speakers or to presenters, then it's always good to do it in the channels, but perhaps you want to have a private conversation. You want somebody in particular about their project and you don't want everybody to be present in this. This is a great way to do it with a DM. Many of you may also be using this platform on mobile. So I'm also going to share my mobile screen so that you can see how to interact with it there as well. Okay, so now you can see my screen here and you can see the Slack platform and I'm going to click on that and it opens up to CitSciIndia 2021 just like it does on the web. And there's one channel that I have not joined yet. So if you want to join a channel, you can see where it says next to channel, there's a plus button, and you also see this on the web. And you can add that, and you can add all these channels. So maybe you don't see all of the channels when you join. So if you want to add a channel like help, you can add it. And you can see this is this channel you're now part of. This channel is a really great channel because if you need any help, you can ask a question here and then our coordinators and our staff will get back to you as soon as possible. So I'm going to go actually to the posters and you can see now here's some posters that are already there. You can see, for example, the seasonality of spot-billed pelicans by Prashant. And if you want to interact on the mobile platform, you can see where it says one reply. You click on that one reply with your finger and it says questions for at Prashant here, and you can then type in at. So you can type it in just the same way as you would online and you can ask it here. You can also view the videos from your mobile as well. However, there is one difference. So I'm going to navigate back. I'm going to use the back button up at the top left-hand corner, back again, go back to the channel, and I'm going to go back to this original place where you have the picture. Now on the mobile platform, it will actually take you to the YouTube platform itself where you can watch it. So just be aware of that it's taking you out of Slack. So if you want to ask a question again, you're going to have to navigate back to your Slack channel. Okay, that pretty much covers the major issues with Slack. Please don't hesitate to reach out to myself, Akshata, any of our coordinators, any of our volunteers, if you have any issues during this conference, and I can't wait to interact with you. It was so much fun last year. I learned so much from all of the brilliant people that participated in the conference. I loved listening to the talks and reading the posters and interacting with all of the presenters. So I hope you do as well. Have fun, enjoy, and thank you so much for joining this conference. Bye.